Welcome, community. This is Nurse Lanisha coming back to you to Healthy Community, Wealthy Community. Today is Forward Thinking Friday, where we focus on disease prevention. We focus on prevention over cure. But often it's not in our habits, disease prevention, is it? When it comes to our health, prevention really is better than a cure. So why don't more people prioritize disease prevention? That's the question on today. We're going to go over why so many people do not focus on disease prevention. And there are a lot of factors at play in this. For some, it's a mindset. Remember, we're talking about Forward Thinking Friday. So it has a lot to do with a mindset. If it isn't broken, why fix it? That mindset. If you feel okay today, if you woke up and there's no headaches, if you woke up there's no bell, if it's not broken, then why fix it? We tend to wait until the last minute, until there's a clear problem, instead of addressing things early. And that's a big problem, because what that does by this approach, it means that we're often dealing with a crisis when it could be prevented. Do you always want to deal with a crisis? And that's why I'm so focused on people coming in, getting those checkups, getting your yearly checkup. Don't wait and say, okay, 10 years later, I'm going to the doctor. Then there's a fear factor. So, and in my experience in the clinic, there are so many people who make decisions for their life based upon fear. Many people don't want to go to the doctor or get screened because they're afraid what they might find. But what if you find nothing? And sometimes it's simply overwhelming or inconvenient. People feel they don't have the time, or maybe they're just juggling too many responsibilities. But if you do not have enough time, or if you are juggling a lot of responsibility, I'm going to cry out to you today and ask you to take time out for yourself. I have this problem with a lot of people who are maybe supervisors on their jobs, who may be managers on their jobs, people who have a lot of responsibility. And the reason why they say they cannot get in to a physician, a provider, is because they have so much stress on the job. And by the time they come to me, the issue, what is going on in their bodies, is irritating them so bad that they come in. They may be urinating a lot, and they may have had a coworker say to them, "Why don't you get checked out for diabetes?" Or they may have shortness of breath. They get really tired with exertion, and their legs are swelling up, and they can't get the swelling in their legs to go down. A lot of times they come in for a problem that probably could have been solved a year or two earlier. Okay. But here's the truth: prevention is the most powerful form of healthcare. If we can prevent a disease, when we have invest a little time in regular checkups, screenings, and healthy habits, we're actually giving ourselves a much better chance of avoiding long-term issues, and often saving ourselves the stress, the cost, a whole lot of money. Prevention can save you a whole lot of money. Can you imagine just going to the doctor one visit, actually finding out, getting more information about your health from a healthcare provider, and that's saving you so much time in the future, or for having it could be saving you time from having uncontrolled hypertension, and that's when your blood pressure is not controllable, or uncontrolled diabetes, or congestive heart failure. It can save you prevention, just that one checkup, or several checkups throughout the year can save you tons of money. Hospital bills, I cannot tell you how many times people come into the clinic because they were in the emergency room. They ran out of their medication. They don't have enough time to see a provider, but now they're stuck with a large emergency room bill. And the emergency room doctor is only going to refill you your medication for 2 weeks, maybe a month if you're lucky. And they'll tell you, get in to see your provider. That's what they'll tell you. And it's a big impact dealing with a full-blown illness. It really is. Studies have shown proactive approach to disease cut disease rates drastically just by being proactive. Just by many chronic diseases, they can be preventable just by being proactive, getting your screenings, okay? Certain cancers can be managed or prevented through early screening and lifestyle changes. So I'm going to urge you today. So here's my challenge, because I'm going to challenge you. Take a step this week towards prevention. We're going to think forward, okay? I want you to take a step this week towards prevention, whether it's scheduling a checkup. We have 2 months left in 2024. Schedule that checkup, okay? I don't care if your checkup will be January 20th. Schedule it. That's you being proactive. Making healthier meal choices. A lot of times we know we're not eating right. We know we're going overboard with the cookies, the cake, the salt, the restaurant food. Let's make some healthy choices. If you're eating out every day, if you're eating out every day, several times a day, it's time to cut back. And I'm not passing judgment, but I'm just giving you truth here. If you stop eating out, just make some healthier choices. Let me challenge you today. If you're eating out 5 days a week, okay, let's cut it down to 2. Let's cut it down to 2 times. Let's cut it down to 1. Some people may be a little drastic and say, I won't eat out at all. I'll just prepare my own meals. Or just by adding a little more movement in your life. How about getting up and exercising, putting 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day in 5 days a week just for you? Let's focus on prevention over cure. How about getting vaccinated? How about it's flu season? How about getting your flu shot? Do you know that a lot of people, it's not so much the virus, the flu, but it's the fact that the flu can develop into pneumonia. COVID can develop into pneumonia. How about getting vaccinated, getting your flu vaccine? How about getting your COVID vaccine? How about, how old are you? How about getting your shingles vaccine? Okay, how about for young women and young men, your HPV vaccine? Let's focus on that. I'm sorry, let me just go back. The HPV vaccine, which is given to you to prevent cervical cancer, oral cancer, and testicular cancer. Let's focus on vaccines, prevention over cure. Okay? I hope I'm not being too hard on you, but these are facts. Taking off time from work over something that could be prevented, taking away time from family. The holiday seasons are coming up. You have to call everybody, don't come over, I'm sick. And it probably could have been preventable. So let's start thinking forward on prevention, not just cure. If you have any prevention tips to share with me, I don't mind any of it. Put it in the comments below. If this video was helpful for you, I want you to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. We have more coming. But for today, Forward Thinking Friday, let's focus on prevention. Okay? All right. This is Nurse Lanisha signing off. Thank you for your time. And oops, sorry, my notes went over the camera. So I thank you for your time. And remember, prevention over cure. Bye-bye.